Hello, I welcome all of you to I Can Accomplish. I am Sharmili, school counselor, and this is part 6 of our video series on attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, or as it is known more commonly, ADHD. This video series is targeted at giving our viewers a comprehensive overview of what ADHD is and how parents and teachers can help children with ADHD. In this video, we'll be talking about the do's and don'ts that one must be aware of when a child is diagnosed with ADHD. Let's begin with the do's, the things you must be doing. Number 1. Plan the day well. Knowing what to expect can be calming for children with ADHD. Provide them with a structure they can rely on. Make schedules for their day, which will help them limit distractions. It can also be a good way to introduce responsibility into their life. Number 2. Praise and encourage. Good behavior should be reinforced with praise. It is just as important for children with ADHD to learn what behaviors are acceptable by receiving praise as it is for them to learn what is unacceptable. Number 3. Get them to exercise. Exercise helps them by burning off excess energy, lowering the risk of depression and anxiety, promoting concentration and focus, improving sleeping patterns, stimulating the brain. Exercise can also mean physical activities that include active toys such as balls and skipping ropes, teaching the child to ride a bike, or enrolling them in a team sport. Number 4. Keep things interesting. Children with ADHD often get distracted if a task is not challenging enough. This is called distractibility. On the other hand, we have hyperfocus, which is when a child is focused to the point of being unaware of their surroundings. Many hobbies and jobs call for a high degree of focus, so if a child enjoys challenging activities and can focus while doing them, you can encourage them to continue. Number 5. Practice good sleep hygiene. Since research has shown that low quality sleep can have a negative impact on ADHD symptoms, parents may want to try and include regular bedtime hours into the structure of the day. Good quality sleep can help to regulate energy levels the next day and also improve stress and mood. Number 6. Thinking out loud. Children with ADHD may say or do something without thinking it through, or in other words, be very impulsive. Getting them to pause and say out loud what they are thinking allows the parent to learn the child's thought patterns. It can also give the child time to consider whether or not to act on that thought. Number 7. Break down their tasks. Some tasks can feel too complex and off-putting for children with ADHD. You can try and break these tasks into achievable goals. This can simplify the task for them as well as regulate their emotions associated with succeeding or failing. For example, the big task of cleaning their room can be broken down into smaller tasks such as making the bed, putting the toys back into storage, or folding their clothes. Number 8. Explain every time. When explaining things, a person should use positive and clear language. Explaining the reasons for doing a task can alleviate worry and confusion in a child with ADHD. It is also respectful, and self-respect is crucial for a child who feels that he or she may be different from others. Number 9. Pick your battles. Living with a child with ADHD can be a constant challenge. Parents need to understand that addressing every problem every day would be stressful and unpleasant for everyone. They must learn to let the smaller things go and focus on curbing the more important behaviors. So, we have so far covered the things that a parent or a teacher should do when a child has ADHD. Let's now look at what they should not do. Number 1. Don't give up. Do not give up on using behavior modification techniques. Yes, they are not easy to implement and follow through, but they can be very helpful for both the child and their family. It's fine if you've tried various techniques and stopped for some reason. When you're ready to try again, there are a lot of variations of these methods that you can try and explore. Number 2. Don't respond negatively. Do not respond or give out negative consequences for your child's misbehavior when you are in an angry emotional state. We understand that it could be frustrating at times, but wait until you have had a chance to calm down, regain your composure and ability to think through an appropriate response before acting. Number 3. Do not get overwhelmed. When a parent is overly stressed, not only does their well-being suffer, but they can also be less effective in supporting their child. In these circumstances, it is always beneficial to ask for support from friends, family, or local ADHD groups. Number 4. Don't cast blame on innocent stakeholders. Parents can sometimes be adversarial, accusatory, or hostile with school personnel. Do remain polite and diplomatic, and remember that casting blame or being confrontational is almost always counterproductive. Number 5. Don't blame it all on ADHD. While some allowances can be made, ADHD does not excuse poor behavior. Children and parents both need boundaries, and it is essential for children to learn that there are always consequences when they misbehave. Number 6. Don't be overly demanding. Do not be unrealistic or overly demanding of teachers and special educators with regard to the individual attention and degree of accommodations you expect for your child. Do understand their responsibility is to all students in the classroom. Number 7. Do not see other adults as the enemy. It is natural for parents to feel protective, but when a child has ADHD, it can seem that other caregivers do not understand them or do not care enough. It can help to talk with anyone your child has contact with about ADHD, explaining their preferences and describing the most effective interventions for challenging behavior. Number 8. Don't get help from those you don't trust. Do not use the services of professionals if you doubt their knowledge and expertise about ADHD. Do choose professionals, example physicians, psychologists, tutors, with whom you feel comfortable and who have experience and training working with kids who have ADHD. Number 9. Don't trust just any source. Do not believe what you hear or read about ADHD if it is not coming from reputable, reliable sources. With a lot of myths and misinformation about this disorder everywhere, seek out information that is based upon evidence from scientific research into ADHD and proven treatments. With that, we come to the end of this video. I hope you found this list of do's and don'ts useful and that it gave you a better idea about how to help children with ADHD in a more effective manner. Do stay tuned for the next video from this series, where we'll be giving you more useful information on tackling ADHD. Do support us by clicking on the like button, and also don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more insightful videos on mental health. You can also visit us at www.icanaccomplish.com to know more about who we are and what we do. Don't forget to check out our other videos as well. Bye for now. See you all soon in our next video.